My grandma killed her mom, and no, this isn't one of those dark family secrets people whisper about. She actually killed her, and what's wild is, it was way more brutal than what the Menendez brothers did to their parents. But guess what? She only served 2 years in prison. Let that sink in. Let me walk you through it. It was 1990. My grandma Chris was helping her mom, Lois, take a bath. Lois had just had hip surgery. She needed help. They both lived in Yakima, Washington, same town, a few blocks apart. While helping her bathe, my grandma brought up her past. Years of sexual abuse by one of her stepfathers. Lois, her own mother, just sat there and said, I knew about it. She knew. She knew everything that was happening to my grandma, and she blamed her for it. That's when something in my grandma snapped. Lois never got out of that bathtub alive. She drowned her. And you'd think that would have been the end of it, but no, it gets worse, way worse. Instead of calling for help, she just walked home, didn't tell anyone. For 2 whole days, she said she kept hearing Lois's voice in her head, so she went back. And then she did something I still can't wrap my head around. She took a handsaw and cut her mother's body into 8 pieces. She focused on the jaw. She said she needed her to shut up. She tossed some of the body parts in a landfill. The rest? She stuffed them in garbage cans, poured cement over them, and rented a storage unit. She kept the remains hidden there for 2 years. In the meantime, she told everyone Lois had suddenly taken off to Hawaii with a rich man. She forged letters pretending to be Lois, cashed her Social Security checks, sold her second house, pocketed over $140,000, but eventually, neighbors started asking questions. And 2 years after the murder, my grandma turned herself in. Now here's where it gets really frustrating. In court, they said she had PTSD. That years of abuse had stunted her mental development. That her mother's confession triggered a psychological break. She was charged with second-degree manslaughter, not murder, and she served just under 2 years in prison. She's been free ever since, still living in the exact same house where it all happened. Now compare that to the Menendez brothers. They were also abused for years. They killed their parents, lied for 6 months, and spent the money. My grandma lived for 2 years, chopped up a body, spent way more, and walked. So what's the difference? Simple, my grandma was seen as a victim. They weren't, because when boys talk about being sexually abused, no one wants to believe them. And that's what's been eating at me. They